Kris Jenner is looking bomb with that blonde wig, and the family's impression of Miranda Priestley. Spot on, right?
Really good.
Make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Let the buzz begin.
Here we are, you guys. I love their dancing over here. You guys, we're back for the Keeping Up with the Kardashians after show here on AfterBuzz TV.
We're back.
We're here. We are sipping the tea. There's a lot to talk about.
Sip it,
Let's sip it.
sip it
Sip.
real good.
This episode was amazing. Cheers to this recap.
Cheers.
Before we
Cheers to
start,
us.
though, I want to know where we can find you on
Yes,
social
welcome
media.
back, y'all. I'm Rachel Robillard, and y'all can find me on Instagram at Rach_Robillard.
Yay! Another day, another Kardashian after show. My name is Shanti. You can find me on Instagram at Shanti_Christina.
Yay. Hey everybody, it's Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III. And of course my website, howardthird.com.
That is right. And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
That's right.
Speaking of tea,
Yay!
let's sip the tea because it is tea
Tea
time, you
time.
guys.
Yay.
Cheers, cheers. Guys,
Give me some tea. Give me some
usually we have some topics that are like, what happened?
We just, we gotta cheers to them all. We're cheersing everyone.
Okay, usually the tea time is great. There's a lot of tea to spill.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might we might be spilling some tea that's been spiked this time around.
Do tell. Do tell.
So Blac Chyna, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Blac
Good
Chyna.
Lord,
Oh,
she-
Blac Chyna.
Oh.
All over the news this week.
She had a oral sex tape that just launched.
A sex video was
Leaked.
found.
It was
leaked.
Yeah.
leaked.
Was leaked.
The Michi is the guy on the right that apparently has claimed that it was him in the video. He was filming it on her phone, and somehow it was leaked.
Is he 18 or he
I don't
looks
know.
He's
really
24.
young?
I still don't think it's him though.
I
Who do you
think
think it
she
is?
said it was him, right?
He said it was him, but I personally don't think it's him. I think it's
Oh.
the one she was messing around with Rob with, like the other rapper.
Yeah.
I think,
What other?
like,
Who?
the guy who was in her bed with like a robe on,
Yeah.
like a way back.
Yeah.
She
Oh.
messed around Rob with that guy, and I think it's that guy.
And then there was the oral thing, right? I hate saying it. Ugh,
You
the
don't,
word.
Yeah, you don't need to get into it.
Well, we do.
Oh, we do.
We do
Because
because
that's the controversy. Everyone
controversy.
is like not okay with her performance.
Yeah.
okay,
what
that's
the whole-
that's true. But then there's also the whole thing where there was the oral video, and then all of a sudden, right after that, came out with the
Actual sex.
actual sex tape. But Chyna is saying that it is not actually her. It's not actually her in the sex tape. She said it's only her in the oral tape.
Okay, so did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
me
No.
too.
What did you think?
I watched it at work.
I gotta know the hot gossip. I do it for y'all, but for the
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the
What
show
did
to
you
tell
think?
y'all what I thought.
It's all for work.
Tell us what you
Right?
thought.
Okay, so with the one, she's laying down, for those who haven't seen, she's laying down while the guy is on top of her. And the way it's happening, it's just, I don't know if she was just trying to be sexy, but everything on Twitter is, everyone's like, no, that was not okay, horrible job. And everyone's just not okay with it. That's what the verdict is to me. I mean, it's...
That's like my worst nightmare.
Really? Like, do you think she did that on
You
purpose?
look like you suck at that.
Yeah.
You suck at that.
Pun
Darn it.
intended.
That's amazing.
Oh yes, I didn't even know I did that.
Wait, this
No.
thing. No, but that was just kind of crazy. I think that everyone, that was like an outroar. She's saying it wasn't her in the tape, but it was her in the other video. Do you think that it really is her?
I thought it was her. I mean, it was, y'all, her butt. Like,
Wait,
her
I didn't-
butt is just
Exactly.
not, it's big.
It's out of this world.
It's literally out
I
of this
didn't hear
world.
anything. I feel stupid. I didn't hear anything about the sex video, the second one,
Yeah,
and I also
yeah.
didn't see it.
Oh, I saw it.
I saw it too.
Do you think it was her?
Yeah,
Why is
I
she-
saw her tattoo.
Why is she saying it's not her then?
Huge tattoo. Because,
Damage control, maybe.
Exactly.
yeah, you're going to deny.
Or maybe it was,
Yeah.
or maybe it was like a different guy, and she just doesn't want to admit to having multiple videos coming out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
She probably does. I know that other one though was the one where with the oral one.
Spit it out.
Oh, the
Fellatio.
word.
No
But
pun intended.
that video was horrible. I'm like, you're Blac Chyna. You know, you're supposed to be the one that everybody goes for. You know, you're supposed to be that girl. In this video, babe, you need a lesson or two, or three. It was just a horrible video. I felt bad for her.
I see what you're saying because she comes
You
off
feel
as
bad.
like a sex symbol. Yeah.
Exactly.
She comes off as a sex symbol. She was a stripper and, she loves to be sexy. And so
Yeah.
it was...
You're Blac Chyna. Like,
Then don't record the video.
Well, apparently he grabbed her
true.
phone, recorded it of her on her phone, gave the phone back to her, and then was like, okay, like he didn't ask for a copy, so it was only on her phone. So there was no tampering, apparently, of the phone, no signs of a break-in of the phone. So apparently Blac Chyna has filed a police report, and she is going to fully cooperate in finding out who it was. Personally, I think it was her. I think she just wasn't getting enough press. She wanted
Right,
to drop
some
her own tape.
attention.
Yeah.
Do we think it's her that released it?
Yeah,
think so.
I think
And
so.
if you
too.
release it, or I guess if you have someone in your party release it, and then you go to the cops, and then they figure out it was you, like, is that possible?
I doubt that she actually went to the cops. I think she's just saying that.
Oh, yeah.
I know she got her lawyers involved. Lawyers.
Oh, I would be so
What does that
exhausted.
lawyer ever do?
I'm just-
I guess she helps people.
They go on Good Morning America and talk about it for a second.
She helped up with the Rob thing. She's still doing that revenge porn type of thing. That's what
She
she's
needs
doing
to-
now for this case.
Do we think that? I wonder if it's gonna actually go to court or if they're gonna settle.
I don't know
Go
what's
to
gonna
trial.
happen. I don't know.
I don't
It's
know. I'm not a lawyer. I
exhausting.
don't know these
It's
terms.
exhausting to talk about her though sometimes because she's just so thirsty for the attention.
She
Yeah.
really
Exactly.
is.
And
But-
she's attached to the family for life,
I know.
which is
Ever.
the sad thing.
And the sad thing is
Forever.
here we are talking about her on the Kardashians recap, and whatever just happened has nothing to do with them. But because she's attached to their name and has one
Yeah.
of their babies, we talk about it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like watching a train wreck. Like, you don't want to take your eyes away from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's entertaining.
That's why I still follow her on Instagram. I feel like we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
None of y'all follow her,
Yeah.
right?
I don't.
Yeah, I stay up. I stay
You
up.
keep up.
I keep up.
we need
keeping
you
up with
to, so
China.
you can tell us what's
Yeah.
going on.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're the China panel
Yeah.
specialist.
The China.
The next thing I want to talk about is Kim Ye
Yep.
and also so the Jenners and then Kim Ye, they worked on separate teams on Family Feud yesterday. And so I cannot wait to see that episode. So basically it's Kanye and Kim versus Kanye, Kim, and then some of Kanye's cousins versus the Jenners. So Kendall, Kris, Khloe, and then I think MJ was there, and then Cece. And so it looks like it's going to be an incredible thing. I'm so down to
Yeah.
watch that.
Yeah.
I follow this Instagram account called Kanye Doing Things.
I follow that
and they posted the Family Feud photo, and I was like, oh.
And then Kim was saying that
Kanye.
Kanye said that that it was his, like, he'd been waiting his whole life for this because him and
Really?
Kim always watch Family Feud. So that's super cute.
Steve Harvey.
Well, I wonder if Kanye is going to be able to have some rapid fire answers, you know?
Yeah,
You don't
'cause
know
he
how
doesn't
smart
always
these
speak
are.
much.
You know how smart these people are until they get on Family Feud, you know?
That's
Oh,
true.
Maybe they
Yeah.
can make some music, but can they name whatever they need to name? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know
What
if
Kim's good?
if he's gonna be like lively or is he just gonna be regular Kanye, like not really here for
Right.
anything.
I know.
Like leave him to the last
Surprise.
person. Exactly.
Surprised he even agreed to do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's not a
pretty
Kanye
shocking.
thing to do.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's not a very Kardashian thing to do, which I love. I think
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I feel like they would be like
Well,
Kind of is.
Yeah.
I think that they're kind of getting closer to Steve Harvey, so I can see. Does he still host the show? I believe
Yes.
he does. So that's going to be interesting to see because he will not play games. He's going to be hilarious to
Yeah.
watch, kind of banter back and forth with them.
Right?
I'm so excited. The next thing is Kylie is responsible for a $1.3 billion drop in value of Snapchat by tweeting, "So does anyone else not open Snapchat anymore, or is it just me? Ugh, this is so sad."
I saw that.
Oh.
Man, one tweet and like that.
I mean Kylie's Snapchat queen. Like she's literally queen. So
Now, you can't totally put her responsible for that.
She's
She
up
sent
there.
one tweet. However, with that said, the way that they redid Snapchat, I don't know how to use it.
it is
Yeah,
bad.
So,
it's
yeah.
confusing.
I already wasn't really using it anymore. I was only sticking to Instagram, but I feel like the younger generation
They still use it.
constantly uses
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But-
She tried to like repair the damage though afterwards by saying, "I still love you, Snap, my first love," but the damage had been done.
Exactly.
is done.
It's kind of crazy though. And then this is kind of something I just threw in there because it was interesting. The next photo is of Kourtney walking into to lunch with Kylie, and basically her sweatshirt reads, "What would you do if I died before you?" A lot of people were thinking, is this directed towards Scott? What is the message behind the sweatshirt? And quite honestly, I don't really know. What's your guys' take on it?
She just liked it.
Yeah, people were way too much into this stuff.
But what do you think that means? Like, I don't get it.
I feel like it's a song lyric somewhere.
Either
Yeah,
that,
it's probably Kanye's song lyrics or something.
or maybe it's talking about like, what would you do if I died before you? Like, what is your legacy? Are you spreading love into the world? Are you know what I'm saying? Or are you just kind of letting life
Very
run
deep.
you by?
Real
You know,
Very deep.
that's what I'm thinking.
But speaking of Kanye lyrics, he mentioned Steve Harvey in one of his songs. So
What?
it's really interesting
wow.
that, like, going back to Family Feud, that
What does he say? Do you remember?
I want to say it was Real Friends, that song. But yeah, he definitely made a reference to Steve Harvey.
Was it a pleasant reference or a?
It kind of just rhymed.
Oh, okay.
I
What
can look it
rhymes
up.
with
I'm gonna
Steve
look
Harvey?
it
That's why Kanye always went on their show, is because he mentioned Steve Harvey in the song, you know?
Yeah,
up, right?
that's
You
true.
know.
So in the next, but like while you're looking that up, I did want to talk about Khloe is having some major crazy pregnancy cravings right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying that she was really craving spaghetti with a side of strawberries with whipped cream on top.
Ew.
That doesn't even sound tasteful at all.
Not together.
No.
But like a dessert. Why?
Oh, okay.
No,
I
but
thought you meant like I have all of this in
yeah,
front of me.
that's it.
Spaghetti,
Right?
strawberries.
That's what she said.
Oh, so
Okay,
You-
but like it's not. She's not mixing it together.
She wants them at the same time.
that's mixing.
Okay, whatever.
I don't want that situation in my
If
belly.
she's taking a bite of spaghetti and then washing it down with the strawberry, that's a little nasty. That's a
but
little nasty.
I like strawberries and I like spaghetti and I like whipped cream.
all together at once.
No, but on this.
I can do strawberries after I finish my spaghetti.
Okay.
I have to eat that first, then the strawberries.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then pancakes and yeah. And then she wants
Oh my gosh.
pancakes and she wants ice cream sandwiches.
Hey, girl, do you?
Okay, now that sounds
Do
good.
you?
That does sound really
Pancakes
good.
and ice cream sandwiches.
I'm here for a cheat day, yeah.
All we do.
Okay, so I found the
Our
lyric.
cheat days are every day.
Okay, so this is facts, Kanye
Okay.
West's facts. And it goes, yeah, we made $1 million a minute, referring to the app, the
Oh, the
emojis.
emoji app.
Said, do anybody feel bad for Bill Cosby? Did he forget the names just like Steve Harvey?
Oh, the names.
okay.
Talking about the whole Miss America scandal where
Yeah.
he said the wrong. That was embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
Ooh,
So-
I don't know
He
how
made
you
up
could
from
do
it.
that. I don't know.
But that wasn't Steve Harvey's fault, though. He was given the wrong card, right?
No, that's the
No.
Oscars. You're thinking the...
Okay, what happened with Steve Harvey again? He said the wrong name, but
he
why?
said the runner-up's name
Right.
instead of the actual name of who won Miss America.
But I thought that he was given wrong information.
That was just his own doing.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Because I
Yeah.
think he said like he didn't see it because the name was further down on the card or something like that. I can't remember his excuse, but it was
How
there.
embarrassing. I would have just been like, can we just let it slide and just pretend like she's the one that won? I wouldn't want to own up to it afterwards.
That was
Crazy.
horrendous.
Embarrassing.
That was so bad.
That would suck.
I'm just so surprised that he made a comeback after that.
Yeah.
Because that was so... that was...
I like him though. I think he's an awesome
Yeah, I
guy.
like Steve.
Yeah. And he also married our.
you know him?
No.
Okay.
Stevie.
I like Steve.
Steve.
But he also married our founders of AfterBuzz, Maria and Kevin. He's the one that wedded them
Steve
Downtown in
Harvey?
New
in
York?
Times Square.
That's right. I didn't realize they were the one. He
didn't know
he was
that.
the one?
And he was in a bundled up white coat with
Oh,
like
yep.
the white hat.
Oh my god.
And everyone was saying he looks like somebody's auntie. But I love him. I think he's just like one of the best comedians and is just so funny and has such a big heart. And I cannot
Yeah.
wait to see the Family Feud episode with all of them. It's going to be amazing.
Do you know
good.
when it airs?
I do not. I know that they just filmed it. Usually it takes them like anywhere a couple weeks to a month or
Yeah,
so. But
yeah.
we are going to be here to cover that.
For
That's going to
sure.
be fun.
Oh, we will.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians Family Feud recap here.
Ooh.
We're going to be here. Shanti's like, okay, we're making a whole special out of it. And then lastly, Kim was saying how much her new daughter, Chicago, looks like Saint and North. And when you look at this, it looks like it could be the same baby, just in different stages of their life.
I can see it.
Wait, it's the bottom right
The
one,
bottom
right?
right, yeah, Chicago. Which is, obviously, everyone talks about how her nickname is Shy, C-H-I, for Chicago. And everyone was saying it was too close to Chai.
Chai. That sounds just like I was about to say that's chai.
So that's
China?
interesting.
Yeah.
Blac Chyna? Chai.
Oh,
Chicago?
yeah.
China.
Chai.
Nope.
And it's a girl. Me and Rachel learned that it was a girl today.
I'm so
Chicago's
surprised.
girl. I didn't realize.
I didn't think about
put
it.
it together.
didn't
I
think
was like,
about
oh,
it.
Chicago. And then today in the show, it's like, oh, it's a girl. I'm like, wait,
It was a gender
it's a
neutral name.
girl.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Or just the name of a place.
yeah, true. Also, did you know that Kylie named her newest collection of makeup for
After
Stormy?
Stormy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
'cause
Saw
it's like
that.
the Storm collection or something.
Yeah, Stormy inspired.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm not, I can't jump onto that name. I don't like it.
Stormy?
No?
No, do you guys like it?
I'm all about the
I
name.
think it's kind of cute, actually.
I love it. I just am not a big fan of the last name Webster.
Okay.
Stormy Webster.
Rachel, help me out here. You like Stormy?
I'm okay with Stormy.
Okay.
I'm
The
okay.
Webster.
I mean,
Webster.
Chicago.
At least
I'm not-
Webster's
I'm
a
more
real
like
name.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago's won't take me a minute.
Webster is not a name.
It's
It's his
his
actual
last
last
name.
name.
Okay, well, just like Stormy is her actual first name.
You can't really
Come
help the
on.
last name, but you can help the first
That's
name.
true. That's
Yes,
true.
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But let's get into this recap. Tonight's episode was hilarious.
It was
I was
good.
all about it, to be honest. It was called Trimester Trouble. And Khloe, she was talking to Kim in the beginning how she wants to get her placenta made into pills.
Yes.
Which is super weird. What does that do for you?
That is such a thing. It
Tell us,
brings
Rachel.
back the nutrients back into your. If you put them into capsules, it's supposed to like help better. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's nutrients going back into your body and
Yeah.
also like helps with breastfeeding and just all that good stuff. I personally want to do that. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to eat my placenta like a steak, but
no.
I'm like the
Some A1
capsules.
sauce on there.
Yeah, the capsules, and they did that a couple seasons back.
Oh, yeah,
Kourtney
Oh,
ate her
I remember
placenta.
that.
Remember they like made the placenta and
Served it to the
served
family.
it to the family, but it wasn't real
yeah.
placenta.
That
Can we
was
just
so
take a
funny.
vitamin and have the vitamins come back in is that way? Or do we have to eat the placenta?
Well, I guess there's different types of vitamins you could take, but it's just a very natural way for.
And you want to do it, huh?
Yes.
I mean, I can
I
tell.
do.
I
really
could see
do.
as a woman, like, I could see it'd be a lot easier to take a pill rather than like, you
Put
know.
into capsules. But
Yeah.
Khloe made a great point because to do that, you have to be ready to do that. You need to, ship off the placenta and get it all mixed and whatnot, made. And Khloe made a great
In
point
the placenta
saying,
factory.
yeah, at the placenta factory. She's like, how do you know you're getting your placenta back?
And you don't.
And you're like, you just gotta trust the process. Hopefully you're getting your own placenta back.
Which
But
is crazy.
they have it together. It's like a thing.
Yeah.
So is it common these days? Like,
I feel like it
I
is.
wonder what percentage of women actually do that.
That's a great question. I don't think it's I don't think common. I think it's very well
Like
known.
LA,
like
maybe?
people know about it, but I don't think people act on it because it's also a little more expensive
Yeah.
too. It's not like
I wonder how much it is.
yeah.
I don't know, but I love how Kim was
Curious.
saying how Saint's placenta was so much larger that they ended up giving her
Yeah,
2 bottles
yeah.
of pills rather than just one. Which is Howard's over here repulsed.
I know, I cannot. But
You want to
go
steak?
ahead.
You want a steak placenta?
Ugh.
Medium rare.
Oh no.
I just think the human body is beautiful and the fact that like women can reproduce and
Yeah.
I love the whole process.
I think
love it
that's
all.
cool too.
You know-
but eating the placenta is like,
I don't know.
Yum.
But it's interesting because you were saying that Khloe was like, well, how do you know if you're getting yours back or
Right.
not? Same thing goes for me when I'm thinking about Kourtney wanting to freeze her eggs.
Right.
How do you know you're
Right.
getting your eggs back? I mean,
I think they know.
Yeah, that's
feel like
I think
that too.
that's yeah.
all
they're
it
gonna-
takes is one rogue doctor who goes crazy and just steals her eggs and
Yeah,
runs away
like
with
Jane
them.
the Virgin. Like Jane the Virgin, that show where she like got artificially inseminated
oh, did she?
with the wrong. Yeah.
I haven't, seen that.
it.
Yeah,
Ever seen that?
we don't watch it.
That's another
It's a
after
scripted
by
show.
show.
yourself.
We're all about
You by
reality
yourself,
here.
Rachel.
That's a whole other after show. I don't know about that one.
You by yourself on that one.
But yeah, no, I feel like they have that to a T.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They probably know not to mix up the eggs.
Yeah.
think
Have
so,
you
too.
considered freezing your eggs?
That's a great question. I actually thought about it today as we were watching the show. I don't know. Maybe not now, but maybe if I'm like mid-30s and I still haven't met somebody, I would do it. But I think I'm one of those people that I like to wait. I'm single right now, and I'm almost 29, and I'm not ready to have kids right now, and it's not even on my radar. And I'm not that person that wants to have kids at 30. I don't mind getting married and having kids later in life. Does that mean that I want to have kids when I'm 50? No, but late 30s, even 40, if you can get pregnant, I don't mind being the older mom.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to enjoy
I'm
my
on the
life
same
now.
boat as
Cool.
you.
Are you?
Exactly. Yeah. My parents met later in life, had us, my sister and I a little later. Me at 38, my sister at 40.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I've kind of had this mindset of, there is no rush.
Yeah.
It's okay being single.
Yeah.
But I'm just in no rush.
Especially women, we freak out about it because we have this biological timeline that society teaches us
Right.
that we need to be married and have kids by 30 years old. And then, like, for me, I'm almost 29. I'm like, well, that's not going to happen next year, okay? So I don't mind waiting, and I think that you're more self-aware and responsible and all of that stuff when you're older instead of rushing it.
Definitely. I wanted to ask
it.
you both though, would you, if you did freeze your eggs, would you do it the way where you get them all at once, or would you do the natural way where
like
they have
how
to
he
put you
was-
under and get one per month, which sounds like an awful process.
So Kourtney doesn't like putting crazy things into her body.
Hormones
We
and-
all know that she, is very strict on her diet, what she eats, and all that jazz. For me, I feel like just the fastest way. I don't want to be going in there once a month, and
It's a lot.
and they also
It's
said
invasive, right?
Yeah.
I don't totally know the process, to be honest, but it sounds invasive.
It does.
And I think it is.
Sounds more invasive than that Blac Chyna tape. Anyway, so Khloe's progesterone, right?
Yeah, that word.
They're low. It's low.
It was low.
It's low.
Progesterone.
It's low.
So it's
Levels
low.
are low, and she is having these pills or suppositories that she'll put up inside of her, and
TMI.
Yeah, this
TMI.
episode was
This was-
It was a
very
little bit much.
visually disturbing at times.
There was a lot
like,
of-
like a lot of
Yeah.
things. I was like, I wrote my notes, and it's literally like it's what were we talking about, the eggs, freezing eggs, placenta, and then popping pimples. That also was a topic of conversation that was brought up.
They
Like,
do
But-
not hold back.
no.
Yeah, it was
The descriptive
really
words
in-depth.
we learned.
Descriptive words, and also in the gynecologist's office,
legs
Chloe's.
open.
Yeah, it's just like, wow, this episode was
That I
interesting.
understand. I didn't mind her, seeing her doctor with her legs open, but I was like, girl, some of the other things.
Okay, Howard.
I didn't mind seeing her with the
I
legs
didn't
open.
mind that.
Do we need to know exactly what this pill does to you and what comes out of your...
Exactly.
Yeah, the reference
the
to
cottage
cottage cheese.
cheese.
Oh my gosh, like the visuals I've just been having. It's like, oh golly
she
gosh.
was a bit much. I was like, Chloe,
I know, but Khloe says how
hold
it is.
back.
Yeah.
Luckily, even though this has been an awful process of her having to do all these pills or these suppositories or whatever you call them, it helped save the baby because in a sense her body was not producing what it needed to, and that's what results sometimes in miscarriages.
Exactly.
So the fact that the technology we have and like the resources and the doctors that we have now who are able to come up with this and make it to where that is pretty much what saved the baby is incredible. And I'm so happy because can you imagine Khloe, struggling with infertility all her life and all of a sudden getting ready to have a baby and then not being able to because of that issue?
Okay, here's my question. Did she really struggle with infertility?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
With Lamar.
I remember
Because
that.
remember how she kind of
longest
said she was
time.
like fake trying to get pregnant at a certain point because she knew that he was doing drugs, and she kind of admitted that she like wasn't really trying her hardest. I don't know exactly what that means.
Really?
Yeah,
I
she
remem-
said that
I
in one
do
of the
remember
episodes.
that too.
But now I don't think that. I think that she just got pregnant. I don't think that she was it. Well, at least they haven't told us of any issues that her and Tristan have had.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard anything, or it's happened to be pretty seamless?
In the past is what I heard about. Because remember she had that miscarriage when she actually did get pregnant by Lamar. Way back when it was like Khloe and Lamar's show. And
Wait, when?
way back in the
Way
day.
back.
So it was that episode where Kylie called and she was like, am I going to be a new auntie? Because Kourtney just had her baby. And Khloe was like, oh no, don't release anything. And then later on that night, when she went to dinner with her mom, is where she miscarried in the bathroom.
Oh.
And she was
Totally
like, I
forgot
just
about
got
that.
I just got my period.
Yeah.
And she
she's
was
like,
like,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Way back.
Okay.
I have to rewatch that because that's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. That's so
You know
sad.
what? It just shows it's fate. It wasn't meant to be with Lamar.
Nope.
It was all signs. I totally believe in that. And now she's not with Lamar anymore, and now she's with Tristan, and now she's having a baby.
That's
I
why it's
know.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's why we're so happy for her.
I know, we are
Very.
very, very happy. Now, what something I am...
Mama Khloe.
Yeah, and it's really sad, though, because TMZ will not give them a break. She wanted to tell everyone on her own time. It's kind of weird, the relationship that they have with TMZ, because they're like, hey, if you don't call us and talk to us within the next 5 minutes, we're
Yes.
releasing the story if you don't deny it. What do you think of that?
Well, I thought it was nice that they actually texted her ahead of time, and they were like, just so you know, we're getting, like, stories or, what's the word? We're getting,
Like a heads up?
we're
Buzz.
getting tips. We're
Tips.
getting tips about this. You know, I'm sure that not every celebrity gets the luxury of that text.
No.
And they're
Who's the tip, though? I mean, like, there's some rotten snake that
Exactly.
they keep telling people these things, and it keeps getting leaked. And I want to know who the snake is.
Yeah. I wonder if it was somebody who was at the barbecue, the whole little get-together. It was Tristan's
Ooh,
family
yeah.
and Chloe's people.
One of Tristan's extended family or
Exactly,
something.
or one of his friends, his boy. I don't think one of his boys would do it, but you know, you can't put nothing past nobody because if TMZ would have slapped me a little few bucks, listen, Khloe, I love you, girl,
well, there's just so
but
many
it's
people.
10,000.
Don't take away the people that are his family or her family. Think about just her going to a doctor's office. You know,
People speculate.
there's so many possibilities of somebody finding out.
Or do you know
just
how
knowing.
or how big their production team is?
Yeah.
That's true too.
They
Yes.
sign NDAs, but I mean, it could happen.
Yeah. But I think a lot of the people that work on production are really close to them.
Yeah.
And they're like family because they've been working there for so long. So,
But then I'm
would
saying
hope not.
a few
Yeah.
dollars would really change somebody's mind.
well, we know Howard would definitely.
Well, if you
need
can't,
it.
if you slided me $1 million, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it was $1 million. I'll give you a quarter of it or
Man,
something.
I can't tell Howard any more of my
If
secrets.
it's $1 million, Dakota, shoot, these student loans.
Oh, I would do
Come
the
on.
same
Right?
thing.
I mean, going back to the whole family, if you think it was a family member that had leaked it, Kim gave pictures of, I believe it was Saint, to some of her friends, and she sent different pictures to everyone, and whoever got that photo on an article, she knew that was the snake because she sent different pictures of Saint to see who
I didn't
would.
know this.
When was
Yeah,
this?
I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, this was like when Saint
Wow.
was first born.
So did she find out who it was?
Yeah, she's because exactly like some pictures leaked of Saint, and she goes, "Well, I know it had to been this friend because I sent." You know, she knew. She took tabs on which picture she was
That's
sending.
so cool. I love that. I'm doing
I'm
that
gonna
with
have
my
to Google
baby.
that
I'm
because I've
kidding.
never heard that.
I remember that. It was on episode.
Yeah.
So can we figure out who it was?
I don't think she came out with who it was, but she
You think that someone would have been able to trace
I've
it?
all these years I've always thought that Jonathan Chubin or whatever was the snake.
Food God.
I used to think that too.
Because even Kourtney one time took a photo with Jonathan and said something like the snake or something like that. And like I really do think, because he's the one that's always so close to them, I bet the family says, hey, go ahead and tip off TMZ. I think the family works with him. I don't think he does it, maliciously. I think that the family says, hey, go ahead and tell TMZ this, go ahead and do this and this. And he's the insider. I really do think he is.
I think the family works with TMZ in general because when Kim was starting out, she had everybody's contact, allegedly. She had everybody's contact number as in the paparazzi. And she used to do what Paris used to do, which was call them.
Right.
I'm going to be here. I'm going to be
here.
there. So that's why they
Really?
have such a close
yeah.
relationship because
Yeah.
Kim created her own monster.
Yeah, no, I met like a pap one time, and this was a long time ago, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Kris Jenner calls us every day to tell us like where to be, where to go." But a lot of celebrities do that.
Exactly.
Something that a lot of people don't know. When they're like, "Oh, don't look at me.
I would do it too.
They do like the whole don't look and they
Don't look what I called you."
That's
So-
crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she was, got that text like, hey, tell me what's going on or else I'm releasing
Yeah,
the story.
yeah.
Which is messed up. though,
Maybe
so.
that's, it's
They're all
funny.
on the same team.
We all, and everyone helps everyone make the money because it keeps them relevant and it helps the paps. But I do, maybe that's why Kylie was able to hide so well. It's because Kris is always calling and we're thinking, wow, like they can never go anywhere without the paparazzi. But if Kris is calling each time, so maybe for Kylie to fall off the radar and no one really knew where she was, that kind of makes a little bit more sense why there wasn't as many
She
paparazzi
just stopped
shots.
answering the call.
That's insane.
Disconnected her number.
Speaking of Kris Jenner, gotta love her. She was rocking that blonde wig.
She was good.
She's
Kris
always
looked
wanted to
great.
copy Kim though. What do you think of
Yeah,
that?
of course. I mean, Kim's her favorite. It's so obvious.
I know.
It's still, that whole topic of conversation was like, oh, who's the favorite? It's still Kim.
What did you
It's
think
still
of Kim saying that her hair was like gummy and like elastic? That seems weird. That doesn't seem normal.
Yeah.
Too much
From a
product in
dye?
there.
It seems like she does dye her hair a lot.
What happens if all that falls out?
Put on
Get
another wig.
extensions,
I
yeah.
know.
Because like your hair's not supposed to be gummy and elasticy. No.
And she went pink today, didn't she?
She
Yeah.
did.
She got
Yes.
pink hair. We saw in a picture.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm excited to see more of that. I think we've never really seen pink from her.
Why do people do pink hair? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I feel
don't
like-
want my hair the color of a rainbow. I just want it normal, you know?
Yeah.
The last time that we
for me
saw
either.
like colorful hair on Kim was whenever she was doing that
The
like
gray.
undercover spy thing episode where she was trying on different wigs and she was like,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys remember that?
Undercover.
Yes.
Where was
She
It
had
was
like
so
a
many seasons ago. It was like when Rob was skinny.
yeah.
That was how
those were
long
the
ago it
days.
was.
And then she was like she even like went to lunch with with Kendall and Kylie and like had on like a Chris wig and was like, I'm not so and so, I'm Chris, or I don't know, it was weird.
yeah,
Like,
and
she
she
was,
had like a southern accent, and she's like, "What?"
yes.
And she had the red wig.
Yep.
You got, come on.
Oh wait, I think I remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
think
like the agent. She was like
Yes.
pretending to be an agent.
Yes,
I remember
I
that
know.
now. Yeah.
See
That
it?
was a good
and Rob
episode.
was like,
Watched
"What
every
are you
episode.
doing?"
We
I
all
wish
have.
we could see Rob. Like, what is he
I
up
know.
to?
don't
Well,
know.
Rob was at the Valentine's Day dinner
Oh
He
yeah,
was.
recently.
He was.
That's the
Just
same.
one little picture.
I know, I'm ready, and we had to zoom in real
Yeah, we're like,
Exactly.
That's
him?
Rob with the Dodgers hat.
That's right, there it is.
Same hat every day.
But Chris was trying to perfect her Miranda Priestley.
Yeah.
Yeah, black shirt, sweatpants, blue hat. But what did you think when all the daughters decided they were gonna try to emulate
Oh, that was
Miranda?
so funny. I thought that was
That
so
was.
cute.
Oh my gosh.
That was really funny. I love when Khloe walked in and just threw her stuff.
At
That
Chris.
had me rolling for some reason. I don't know. I was cracking up.
Ugh.
Just threw it and kept going. Oh, that was
And then when
cute.
Scott walked in on that whole mess, he was like, "What did I just walk into?"
We need more Scott. I love watching Scott.
I
He's
know.
funny. You hate him.
I don't. I like him. I think he's great. But like, I'm just tired of the same storyline that they had with him. Like, let's spice it up. Let's have a different storyline.
Yeah,
We
bring
don't.
Sophia in.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Scott and Sophia, the spinoff.
Okay, here's the thing. Chris and company would never let that happen, but I want it to happen so bad.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
no
They would
way.
never let her be on the show.
Let me just get one episode, Chris. Just one. That's it.
It was like when Blac Chyna and Rob started dating. We're like, we gotta see this, you know.
Yeah.
Just
And Chris
what
fought
the-
it for a while.
She sure did. I need one with Sophia on there. Just like, hey guys. Or even in passing, like, okay, Scott, I'll get your keys. Like, just let me know she's there.
Or I'd like to see like an interview, sit down type of thing where Chris like talks to Sophia or something. That would be interesting. Or Courtney talks. No, that's too much.
No.
That's too
No,
much.
Courtney's not gonna do that.
I'd
No,
like to
I
see
wouldn't.
Chris sit
Courtney
down with
doesn't even like
Sophia,
to be filmed with Scott.
let
know?
alone
yeah.
That's true.
Hell to the no. She's not gonna be around Sophia.
a double date with Scott and Sophia and Eunice and Courtney.
Could you imagine that?
Eunice
I cannot
and
believe Eunice and Courtney are still going strong.
I know.
Like
Right?
I was the biggest person saying this is not gonna last.
sure
this is
were.
a rebound. This is a phase. I was on Life of Kylie so many months ago, being like, this is gonna be over soon. But
And now look, she holding out her babies full. She getting her eggs
Yeah, she wants
frozen.
the egg frozen for him.
she's getting her eggs together.
I just don't know what you talk to an 18-year-old about or 21-year-old when you're 36.
He's 24.
Whatever.
It's just it is crazy, but that's just the world that
get
they live in.
twisted.
So
He's still a cutie.
don't get it twisted.
We know you like him.
Yeah, he can call me.
You can call me.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up, don't you
Eunice.
think?
Well, I want to talk about. This was the first episode that I know that they referred to the TV show as a TV show.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This is
yes.
when Kim was in the closet. No, not closet. The bathroom.
And then Kim came out of the closet.
And then Kim came out of the closet. No, she was in the bathroom with Chris, and they were talking about pimples. And Chris wanted her to pop one of her back pimples, and that's when
Oh.
Kim said politely, "I'm not going to do that on TV."
TV.
And I was like,
Yes.
"Whoa!" We're talking like in third
Yeah.
person. Like, do they know we're watching?
They know we're watching.
I thought that was weird because Kim is so open and does that stuff, and she'd be the person that would be like, I like it. So
Right.
I don't know. That was kind of.
Because
I didn't
yeah,
expect Kim to say that.
and she was the one who was all like, trying to wax Kendall's
Yeah.
arm
Oh,
hair,
yeah.
and, like waxing Steph's upper lip. They did mention the whole Steph
Oh,
chef thing.
yes,
to mention
Steph. Oh, Steph.
R.I.P.
If you're listening or watching, come on in and talk about it.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
just talk
Let's
about
talk
your
about
story.
What is she doing now? Do we know?
That's a great question. I really don't know.
And who is Kim's new assistant? Do we know
I
that?
don't know.
No,
we
we
don't.
don't know.
I just want to know when she's saying she outgrew it. I wonder what she's moving on to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why, Steph, you need to come on in and just talk to
Yeah.
us about it, girl.
Oh, we should get her.
That would be cool.
She wouldn't.
She wouldn't, I know.
No.
Well, maybe she would, just in case.
I think Chyna might be thirsty enough to come on our show. Come on, Chyna.
I still love Chyna. Chyna, come on in. I like Chyna.
You know, Chyna, make me not be a hater. Sit down and make me not be a hater.
Can we get her?
I'd love to.
Right.
Part of me does like her in a sense, just because she's so like.
I like
she
Chyna
came
as
on
an
the
individual.
show.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
It would be amazing.
It's tough love with Chyna.
I love Chyna as an individual, but I do not like her affiliated with Rob. I feel
Yeah.
no.
Can we low-key touch on Khloe having her baby in Cleveland? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gonna have the baby in Cleveland.
I thought she was gonna do it in LA because she wanted, like, all the kids were born in LA. She's an LA baby.
So is she gonna have
didn't
like
know
her
that.
family fly out, or like is she gonna fly
Yeah.
out?
Exactly.
She's flying out the doctor. She said
Oh,
she's
yeah,
gonna fly
she
out
did
the
say
doctor,
that. She better-
and that's when Kim was like, "What if the baby comes early? What if?" And she's like, "I don't want to talk like that. Like
But
that's
what
my only
if?
option." It's like
I feel like there's more of an option of her having the baby without that doctor, because you can't just be like, hey, come in this week. Like, no. A lot of
Yeah.
times babies are born weeks in advance sometimes they're born
later or
later,
yeah,
you know.
But she probably has the money to be like, listen, I'm gonna pay you enough for like a month
Yeah.
or 3
Stay
weeks.
out here.
Block this time.
can-
Stay
yeah.
out here.
She probably would do something like that.
I think so.
Wait, when is her baby due? Do we know?
We don't know.
Well,
have
she's
an
6 months
idea.
right now.
Is she?
Yes.
We all
She said on
originally thought
Instagram
that
for
her
sure.
baby was due pretty soon, but
Yeah, but I think that it's farther than we thought before.
yeah.
I think we're thinking like April, February, March, April, maybe in April, May. Because at this current
Coachella
moment,
baby.
she's 6 months.
Coachella baby.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you guys see that? I'm sorry, we're bouncing all over the place here. Kylie today Snapchatted a video of this like black car with like the doors that go up.
The butterfly.
And she filmed it saying
I have that car.
it was from Travis. You have that one?
Yeah, it is. My garage.
But the car was from Travis, and she filmed it. She said push present, and it was like her push present.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that
this
was.
was on Snapchat?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
Yeah.
look at that.
She's got so many cars.
Let me
Yeah,
get a
she
push
just has a
present.
garage full of them.
Exactly. Well, I mean, she's got 4 houses, so
It's like
each house needs a car.
it's like that song from Post Malone. Why you got a 12-car garage when you only got 6 cars?
Yeah.
She doesn't. The 4 houses,
has
they all
4
need a
cars.
car there. She's like, every house needs a car.
Okay, but realistically, if you're so rich, do you really? I don't know. It just seems like such a waste of money.
I mean, if they've got so much money to play with, they can just do what they will, and they can sell the
Right.
car later and make more money off of it because they owned it.
And a little shade, the car's a lease.
How much are they worth?
The car is a what?
A lease.
What does that even mean?
You know, when you
If they
can
don't
lease a
own
car,
it.
you don't
Anyone
have
can
to.
lease a car.
You lease it for a few months,
Yeah.
send it back.
Pay it back.
So you think that they think, oh, look what I just bought, but in reality,
Yeah,
they're just
it's-
leasing it and then they get rid of it.
Yeah.
Little
That's
shade.
what all those cars are.
Shanti, this tea is so good.
It is.
Yeah,
She
we're
made my
drinking
tea. I just finished it all. I've never finished the whole thing in a show before.
vanilla
you know what?
spice
I was like-
chai.
You know, when the tea's empty, we've run out of things to talk about, you
Oh.
guys. But you know what? Thank you guys so much for watching. We will make sure our tea glasses are filled up to the brim next week, so we have it all ready for you right here on the Keeping Up with Kardashians After Show. In the
so
meantime, where can we find you on social media?
Yes, y'all, I'm Rachel Robillard, and we will see you guys next week. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rach_Robillard.
You guys, thank you so much for watching. Please come say hi to me on Instagram at Shanti_Christina.
Alrighty, guys. You guys can find me on YouTube and Twitter at HowardTheThird, and of course my website, HowardTheThird.com.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Also, make sure to check out our Revenge Body recap with Khloe Kardashian.
Yes.
We just interviewed Latrielle Mitchell, who's one of the trainers for this week's episode and next week's finale episode of Revenge Body.
Gosh.
So make sure to check that out.
And it's a finale for
Keeping Up.
as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows, after those 2 shows are done, do not worry. We will still be here because we have our show Kardashians Weekly, which is a weekly news recap. So we will be here every week. You will not have to miss us. We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And in the meantime, we will keep up with you later.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.